And we're on.
It's the Sini-Gang with l-boogy.
And Sterno Supernova.
Hey there, Sterno.
Hey, Boogie, how's it going?
Doing all right. Doing all right. What's going on?
Nothing much.
We're recording this on the week of Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving week.
Yeah.
Third Thursday in November every year.
I always forget what Thursday it is.
It's the third.
I know.
Because it seems so early this year, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I actually thought for the longest time. I thought it was next week, and people are like, looked at me like I'm an idiot, which is true.
I think it is early this year.
Yeah.
But it's the third Thursday, I guess, depending on how, when the first of the month falls and all that.
Yeah.
Because this year, what day is it on this year? Let's see. Today, 21 to 23rd this year.
Yeah.
Usually it's like on the 25th or 20.
So it's not just me. It felt early. That's probably what it was. It felt early to me, so I figured it was the next week.
Which is good because it creates a longer holiday season. If you're considering holiday season, Thanksgiving to Christmas, or Thanksgiving to New Year's. But if you're thinking Christmas shopping, retail-wise, the holiday season is longer.
Oh, so you're worried about the retail?
I'm not worried about it. I don't care. I can care less.
But you thought it was good, so I don't know.
But Thanksgiving. American holiday. Well, there are Thanksgivings in Canada and
I wondered. I don't know where it's spread to. I have no idea who else emulates.
But American Thanksgiving,
is
November, third Thursday, which we as Filipinos celebrate. Filipino Americans.
Yeah,
but they don't have a traditional Thanksgiving in the Philippines. I don't know if you know this stuff.
I have no idea what they do.
Let me explain it to you. They don't have a Thanksgiving in the Philippines. They used to. Used to, like back in 1900.
Okay.
But before people don't know, the Philippines was colonized by, not colonized. They were an American colony.
Yeah. I know what you're trying to say. The difference.
They were an American colony at one time.
We weren't a protector. We were a colony, I believe. Yeah.
I believe so. But
something like that.
While we were an American colony back like in 1890 or 1900, I think we were an American colony from 1901 to 1930.
Yeah, I'm just laughing.
I think
we should know this.
I know. I learned this a long time ago. That's why I just pulled that out of my ass.
Okay.
And I think that's right.
Okay.
1901 to 1935. I think you can look it up.
Yeah.
But we were an American colony.
Right.
And during those years, they had all the American soldiers or whatever in the Philippines. So they would celebrate Thanksgiving when America celebrated Thanksgiving. And they would sort of spread it to the Filipinos and whatever.
Like spam.
So they would, they would have your traditional American Thanksgiving in the Philippines back in the early 1900s, I believe. And then when the Philippines became its own independent country, the president, he's on, right? But he decreed, let's keep it going. Let's keep this Thanksgiving thing going. So they kept going and going and going until, I want to say, it went on until Marcos, I want to say, which I believe they moved it. They kept Thanksgiving, but they moved it to September, which coincided with the martial law thing. When Marcos, martial law thing.
Martial. It just sounds so funny when you say it, but
that's what happened.
Yeah.
I think that was in September, and then they said, let's move Thanksgiving to that to celebrate what happened then. Which I guess was, people were like, screw that. We're not celebrating that.
Right.
So basically that was the end of Thanksgiving, I believe, which I don't remember what date that was. But so there was a time when the Philippines did celebrate American Thanksgiving, but they don't really anymore.
Okay.
But
I mean, if you want the actual dates, look it up, but yeah.
Well, did you see them? No.
Well, I mean, I could look, but you were talking, so I don't want to like, hey,
Was it 1901 to 1935?
It's like 1898 when the treaty was. And you were close. Yeah, that's why I'm not gonna. I don't know at all, so I'm not gonna call you on it. So yeah, that's closer than I would have gotten. And then I think you're right on 1935. 1935 Commonwealth status with Keith Thorne as president.
Yeah,
you're right on that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you should learn that.
I did know. I knew this, but I forgot it. Honestly, that's bad.
I'm gonna keep drilling that in your head.
Yeah,
1935.
Right.
Columbus sailed the ocean blue. But Filipinos do celebrate their own form of Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And then you do know this, but you didn't. Yeah, you do know this.
I do.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Because it's not the same thing as what American Thanksgiving is.
Mm-hmm.
Philippines Thanksgiving is basically their fiestas, which aren't a national holiday, but each province, each city, town celebrates their own fiesta, right?
Yeah.
And basically that is their Thanksgiving, and they treat it like a Thanksgiving because it's
feasting,
all about
coming together.
Yes. I've heard of that. I've heard people say fiestas are their Thanksgivings.
Okay.
Which we celebrate also.
Yeah.
So it was like 2 Thanksgivings for me, at least, or even more, because I go to
other people's.
I go to so many fiestas throughout a year, and I love it.
And do you still do the Thanksgiving hopping on Thanksgiving Day?
Yes, I do. I mean, I do different. Well, I mean, when I can, I do several different houses.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this year I may be limited to what I can do because of work, but but I do what I can. I get invited to a lot of stuff. You get invited to, I got a big family, Filipino.
Yeah.
I got cousins, lots of cousins.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got honorary cousins.
Yeah. You call them uncle, but they're not really by blood. So that kind of thing.
Yeah, that. And then I got my little Friendsgiving stuff. That all of a sudden become a big thing.
Yeah, Friendsgiving.
I don't mind it though. I like it. I mean, it's I don't really.
I haven't been to one in a while, but yeah,
Yeah, I we should have one, but it just adds to it.
I know, right?
We'll bring our leftover Thanksgivings to our own Friendsgivings, but
shoot, we have friends that don't look like leftovers anyway. Might as well help them get rid of their food.
Yeah. But yeah, fiestas are basically a Thanksgiving without the turkey. I mean,
I don't really see it as a Thanksgiving in that we don't say, hey, I'm giving. We don't do the American thing where you're like, oh, I give thanks for this and this.
No, well,
you know what I'm saying? I know what you're saying. I don't disagree, but I'm just saying what my perception isn't quite the same as Thanksgiving. I mean, it's not like I'm thankful for my friends and family. We're happy to be together. I mean, in fiestas, unless I'm missing something. Is there ever a point where we?
No, but the reason to celebrate a fiesta is basically the reason.
Yeah.
Basically,
I always thought they were more wrapped up in the patron saint thing.
Yeah, but it's more like celebrating. I mean, it's not like
I'm not disputing you. I just
like Canada has their own Thanksgiving,
right?
Which I believe is October.
I don't. You don't give me like I know.
But I don't think in Canada they sit around the table saying, we're thankful for my family.
Do people actually do that? I mean, I guess I have been.
I don't, but
I've been to a house, I think maybe once where they did that. And I was just like, really? People really do this outside of TV shows?
I get worried because every now and then I get invited to a white person's house for Thanksgiving. And I don't do that. I've never done that. I mean, you do it in school, like when you're in third grade, and they ask you that.
Especially if there's a lot of people, don't you want to have stuff to say without being
making it up?
Yeah,
I lie. I'm thankful for the job that I'm keeping, or I'm thankful for the family for inviting me. I'm like, I mean,
we can always BS something together, but I don't want to be.
I don't like doing that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't like coming off as. Fake. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I do worry every now and then because I do get invited to a white dinner, white person's dinner. And
imagine if you got like if you mirrored into a white family, how that would work out every year.
I'm so worried.
Every year you would have to deal with.
I actually worry more about. I mean, I'm actually okay. Like, let's say I'm okay with me going into a white dinner setting. Then I worry about bringing a white person to a Filipino dinner setting. I really worry.
I would agree with that because
I worry.
We know what to expect at a white Thanksgiving.
But yeah, they
would know.
Yeah. It's a totally.
I mean, it's bad. Well, you said before how our fiestas are like Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You've seen white people go to their first fiesta.
And it's like, they're like.
I mean, I'm just saying the buffet alone. You could see their
Yeah.
eyes like, this is like competitive.
Yeah.
They get what do you call it? They get elbowed out by some Lola, and they're like, what's going on? Like, you gotta get on where you want to do. You gotta make a plan. You can't dilly dally, otherwise you hold up the line and all this stuff. It's all buffet. It's all competitive buffeting.
But yeah, like if I had a Thanksgiving, I'd really worry about bringing, someone white there, because like I said, we don't. Well, my family doesn't. I know there are Filipinos out there who do sit around the table and give thanks and do all that.
Yeah,
and there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
We're not dissing that. It's just not what I do.
Yeah, we do the prayer, and that's pretty much it. We say we're thankful for this. We get one person to do it, and then it's really quick, so you don't have to go through this whole around the room crap. And actually, no. I'd forgotten. One of my cousins actually did that, and we were like,
"What the hell?"
And the entire room was like, What are you doing?" I guess their kids learned it in school somehow.
Yeah, like I said, I think we do that in elementary school. They do that, but like I said, there's nothing wrong if you do that as your own family tradition.
Yeah, you do what you want to do.
Yeah, but my parents didn't do that growing up, so hence we don't do it. No, we didn't do it
exactly.
So
you did a kid singing the prayer. We're like, what? Just do the normal thing.
What do you think if you did bring a white person to your family's Thanksgiving? What do you warn them about first? Like, what is the first thing you say? Well, one thing I'd say is like, hey, they're going to ask you a lot of questions about you, about me, or about.
That's true. Yeah. I guess you would focus on that.
But that's any time, really.
Right.
Anytime outside of the Thanksgiving stuff.
I was just focusing on the meal.
But yeah.
I'd be like, there's gonna be a lot of stuff you won't expect to see.
Well, yeah. One thing is, don't expect just your turkey and stuffing and mashed potatoes. And
you
corn.
might see that.
We will be in there.
Yeah.
But that won't be like the main thing.
Right.
Expect lumpia. Expect pancit.
Right.
Expect rice.
There might be some smells you're not used to. If you have a question, just ask, because you don't want you to waste the food. Like why is this meat so dark and black? That's not for you, unless you really want your adventure.
I like it.
Yeah, you could try it, but just be aware some stuff might not be for you.
I don't like dinner melon.
Yeah,
and
I don't like bitter melon. If someone brings a bitter melon dish, I'm like, what are you doing? It has happened before, but people realize most people don't like it.
I don't like bitter melon either.
Yeah.
But yeah, the food is one thing. It's different.
I mean, people go to buffets, even house buffets. It's not like we're the only culture that does buffets. So that's not the only reason I would worry about a fiesta, is because it's like I said, it's hardcore. But house, that's a different thing.
But still, Thanksgiving Day, you say your family's celebrating Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
You bring a white person who's never been to a Filipino party at all. Let's say that.
I mean, beyond the food, is there anything really that weird?
I usually say don't expect a structured dinner either. We don't. Basically, all the parties all the dinners I'm going to, it's not like a sit down dinner where we're sitting around the table, passing around.
Well, when you say buffet style, when you say buffet style, I figure that's understood, right?
No, because
people buffet and sit at the table.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
that's true.
Whereas all of the parties I go to, we don't even all sit in the same room.
No,
it's a party.
You got the uncles in one room drinking their beer. Someone, like a whole bunch of people in front of the TV watching the football. The kids doing whatever the kids are doing. The moms and whatever.
Yeah, no, you might not even have a table to put your food on.
Right.
You
got to be able to eat off your lap or standing up. Either
Yeah, so you got your big Thanksgiving dinner with your turkey and your lechon and your pancit, but you got to hold it in one hand and
Yeah, if you're getting a piece of meat and you think you're not going to be able to eat it without cutting
if you need a knife, you might get SOL.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
or learn to cut with a spoon. Some people can,
that's again, this is our experiences. Like I said, I do know some Filipino families out there who do the dinner thing. I mean, the dinner table thing.
Yeah, I mean, generally we eat at the same time, just not in the same place.
Yeah.
So it's You eat where you can find a place because
Yeah.
we're big families.
Yeah, and because of that, you don't have like the one conversation
Oh,
between.
pass the mashed potatoes, would you?
Yeah, well, the conversation amongst everybody is usually like one conversation in a
Oh yeah.
regular American.
Oh yeah.
What I think of as an American Thanksgiving dinner is, everyone's having the conversation, like everyone's joining in on the conversation,
And then someone says
which
something.
I hate. I hate that. I mean,
Oh,
I hate being.
really? That's what you're doing
Yeah.
that's how business is going? And then someone does something really awkward and the whole room stops and
Yeah,
goes
and you're
silent.
stuck there.
Nope.
Whereas my thing, if I'm stuck in a weird conversation, I can get up and leave.
Exactly. You walk away.
Exactly.
You don't have to. You have the option of being wherever you want. It doesn't even have to be awkward. You just want okay, I want to just change it up a little bit. Let me see what else is around. It's like you're mingling while you're eating. So it's cool.
Yeah, like I said, I do look forward to the food, and I do like when I bring white people to a fiesta, I do tell them, hey, come hungry, because you're gonna eat.
Right. There's always. I mean, it's better to have more food than you need than less food. I think I've been to one Thanksgiving where I just either had just the right amount or just not quite enough food for everybody, where it was like all empty. Most of the time, every Thanksgiving I've been to, there's like an overabundance, and people are take this home, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, and you got to warn non-Filipinos that they have to eat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Thanksgiving anyway, but still, they're gonna, you're gonna be repeatedly questioned whether or not you've eaten, and then well, time to get a second plate, that kind of thing. That's just the way it is.
Yeah. Yep, Thanksgiving. Like I said, fiestas are basically. I mean, I've heard this from other people who have said, "Hey, you Filipinos don't have Thanksgiving; they have fiestas." That's what I've heard.
Never heard that one, but okay.
So, if we were going to, well, if I was going to make a suggestion to the American people, I would suggest you change your Thanksgiving into what a fiesta is. I say more. I think the the American Thanksgiving needs to be more a joined family Thanksgiving, which is I think what a lot of us Filipinos do now.
Right.
It's not just one family having Thanksgiving dinner. It's several.
Assuming, depending on the size of the family. Yeah.
I don't know. I just have a big party.
Yeah.
That's what I think Thanksgiving should morph into.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. But then again, like we said, we've grown up with this kind of celebration versus the TV stereotypical thing where.
Yeah, I mean, ours is basically a hybrid of what American and Filipino Thanksgiving would be.
Yeah.
Hence a Filipino-American Thanksgiving. That should be like the next movie. Or the next
My Filipino-American Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
That would work. I mean, why not?
It would be.
Years ago we had the debut, and then that would actually be funny if they did it as a continuation.
It would be
same
something.
Characters,
It would be something.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, so like I said, I have gotten invited to a couple of white people's Thanksgivings, and I always try to get out of it.
It just sounds so bad, but I know what you mean.
And I feel bad because, when you get invited to something, it's usually I go.
Yeah.
But to me, that's something different. I usually say, I got something to do.
Mm-hmm.
But when a Filipino invites me to their Thanksgiving, I'm like, okay, I'll squeeze you in between this one and this one.
I got to be here. And I got to be here. So let me see. Geographically, I'll probably be here by this time. Is that okay? Yeah.
Yep. So
you right now you only got one this year because you're working.
I got like 3.
Oh, okay. All right.
I just like I said, I usually do a lunch thing too.
Right.
I like a couple lunch ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, we don't do a traditional Thanksgiving dinner. Some people I know do a lunch.
Right. It's sometimes. Well, we used to do as a family lunch that would spill into dinner because we do like a later lunch becomes dinner, and then you leave. So you basically have two meals while you're there, maybe 3 if you do like an in between. So then you have enough food for breakfast the next day, and it all works out. Yep. Do you actually prepare anything or like a specialty for Thanksgiving?
Sometimes I do.
Okay.
Sometimes I do.
I haven't done it yet. I'm just asking if you.
I mean,
I know you cook. I don't really cook. So.
I just don't have time this year.
Right.
But, like I said, I'm working on Thanksgiving Day.
Mm-hmm. But if say like you weren't working and someone said bring something, what would you bring? I'm just curious. Like I said, I don't cook. I'm not gonna say I do anything.
You do know I make some good wings, like Korean fried chicken wings. I've done that before, and if I was trying to impress, that's my meat. That's what I use to impress.
Yeah,
is my chicken wings.
I've seen you bring those to a tailgate, and you're like, it's like a targeted thing, but if the other girls are like, "Ooh, they're so good, l-boogy," and you're like, "They're not for you. It's for this girl that's supposed to be here," or whatever.
I mean, I can make a lot of stuff. I mean, I've done mashed potatoes. I've done like my own version of mashed potatoes where I add different flavors. I make it more. Sometimes I'll make it
garlic mashed potato.
No, not just, please.
Garlic beginner crap. What are you talking about? What are you?
I add stuff in there.
Longanisa.
It'd be something like that along those lines.
Actually, that sounded good when I was saying it too. Like,
yeah, I've actually done spam in my mashed potatoes, even though some people get weirded out by that.
Right.
But who cares? It's my thing. I don't know. I like to make elote, corn, Mexican corn.
Actually, I didn't know you made it. I know you like it. I just never.
Oh, I've made it so many times. I have like 4 different recipes, but I can't make it as good as the ones we buy when we go out.
Right. Okay.
I'm still working on that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that would work with Thanksgiving, especially because corn and Thanksgiving work.
Yeah. Which is why I've done it for Thanksgiving before. Because it's.
Do you make it on the cob, or you just kind of like make it like
on the cob?
Oh, okay. Could you do it like just by cutting it all off and then putting in like
kerneled?
I never knew the term for it. Just cut off.
Me and Brother Butterfly once went to a Mexican restaurant. And we ordered the elote, and it came in a bowl. And we were upset. Well, we were disappointed.
Okay.
It came in a bowl. We're like, what? Well, I was disappointed. I don't know if he knew what to expect.
Okay.
I saw elote on the menu. I said, oh, Mexican corn. We're in a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
Give me that. And then the waitress comes by with a bowl of corn,
right,
and all the stuff mixed in. I'm like, that's not it.
Did we explain what elote was yet?
Mexican corn.
Like it's just like cheese and spices and
different stuff on top
sauce.
Of corn. The sauce is what makes it
right.
And different people use different sauces. Hence, why I made it 5 different ways. Some people just use like mayonnaise. Some people use weird things.
I can see the contempt in your eyes. They just use mayonnaise. What are you even doing?
Because some people think you just put mayonnaise and cheese and paprika or something. It's like, man, please. I mean, I did, this. Why you don't? But I bought something this year from somebody who makes stuff. Someone's making me ube brownies, blondies.
Right.
Well, not everyone knows what blondies are, but they're ube brownies, basically. Yeah. So I'm ordering that from somebody to bring to my Thanksgiving stuff.
Cool.
So I'm still trying to decide if I should tell them I made it or not.
I don't know about that. Why put
you don't like to lie.
Wait a minute. You make it sound like I'm an idiot for not
because
wanting
as soon as I said, I think I'm going to tell them I'm going to make it, you said,
Yeah. Why is that wrong? I think it's better to be honest about something. Why? You just all of a sudden you're like, oh, you don't like to lie, you idiot. Why don't you like to lie? Everybody lies about everything. That's what it sounds like when you're saying that,
Because my plan is to buy it from someone and bring it to them and say, "Yup, I made it," and everyone loves it, and I'm the life of the party.
Okay.
And you're like, "Hey, I bought this from someone," and I was like, "Okay." Tell them it was good.
Yeah.
See, that's why.
That's why what?
Because you don't do that.
I don't see a problem with me not doing that.
I mean, so many times I'll go to work and I will bring, I don't know, lumpia. something like that, right?
Right.
You go to work, you bring the lumpia.
Yeah.
Do I tell them I didn't make it? No. I tell them this was made through sweat and hard work and love.
And I was like, I went to Phelan's.
See, and people were like, okay, cool. But when I do it and I'd say, hey, didn't make them think I made it, you know, I'm getting a raise.
You're food plagiarizing.
Who cares? That's the thing.
I don't know. I don't see that as a good thing. I don't
see, and that's why.
unearned praise. That's like stolen, the equivalent of stolen valor.
It's not.
I don't understand why
no, that's not.
What? That's just okay. Just in a simple term, it's dishonest. It's like.
So if you were going to a dinner party and someone served you something they bought from a store and they said this was homemade, you would say, "Oh, that's wrong." Well, I was like,
I wouldn't know. I'm just saying, but
I know they don't. You wouldn't know. So if they said to you they made it, you'd be like, "Ooh, delicious! You're an awesome cook," right?
Yeah,
but
that's not on me. It's on them.
Yeah, and they're gonna be like, "Yeah, gotcha."
I still don't get your point. It's still dishonest, you know. I mean, it's one of the little white lie things. Yeah, granted, but I'm still saying you're taking some credit for something you didn't do.
I've done it several times, and you praised me, and you said you're the best, L-Boogy.
Okay, I just probably said it's good. I don't think I ever said you were the best. I doubt. I very
That's
much
what
doubt.
I heard.
I'm not that big on huge over the top praising, but
I remember one time I bought General Tso's chicken from Tung Hoi over here. If you're in Virginia Beach, you know Tung Hoi, famous Chinese restaurant,
right?
Hole in the wall, but famous.
I
brought General Tso's chicken. I brought it to somewhere, a party.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, people were like, "Oh, this is delicious."
Right.
What did you do, L-Boogy? And I said, "Yo, I can't give you my secrets." Right.
Right.
And I'm like, "Yo, I just bought it down the street."
Yeah.
But people to this day still think I made that General Tso's chicken.
And that makes you feel good?
Yes.
Okay.
And
that's
in their eyes, I'm a god.
Right. I mean, you told me some of your secrets before about like what kind of marinade you use. And I was like, someone's like, "Hey, what kind of marinade?" I'm like, I use Papa Cheetos, right? Whatever his name is, you know. And you're like, "Oh my God, you're actually telling them what you use with the store-bought bottle of marinade." And I'm just like, isn't that
restaurants do the same thing?
Yeah.
Restaurants will use like Frank's Red Hot sauce and pour it on chicken and serve it to you.
Yeah.
And you don't know that.
I'm not trying to be a goody-goody, but to me, I just don't see what the point is of taking credit for something you didn't do. Now, if you took something and you like, say you bought that General chicken, you added your own something on top of it. Okay.
To me, if you want to impress, go ahead and if someone else can do it better than you, use that.
Okay. In my professional career, I made websites that were pretty good, right?
Yeah.
I found out one of my ex-coworkers went into an interview and claimed that he made those websites and got a good job out of it.
Yes, there's a difference there.
Okay.
Intellectual property. There's a difference between intellectual property.
Okay.
And a home cooked meal. There's a difference.
Okay.
That's like, see, so I don't think you're seeing that. That's why you said it's the same as stolen valor. I'm like, fuck no, it's not the same as stolen valor.
You would have got pissed about
stolen valor would piss me off.
The website would piss you off.
Yeah, and stolen valor would piss me off.
Right. It's along the same continuum.
It's not the same thing. Stolen valor, stealing a website is not the same as bringing a dinner that someone else made and said you made it.
I'm not saying it's as bad as stolen valor. I'm just saying on the continuum, it's in the continuum.
No, it's not.
Taking credit for something you didn't do. Isn't it? But it's
the basic, the basic definition. Something I didn't do.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I'm not saying it's as bad as stolen valor. I'm not saying it's as bad as plagiarism, straight up plagiarism, but I'm saying it's on that continuum.
Way far from each other, though.
Yeah,
it's in the same solar system.
They're not next door neighbors.
It's in the same solar system.
You wouldn't think
one is Mercury, the other one's
Pluto. They're not in the same block, but I say they're in the same development.
No,
I think so.
It's far.
I disagree. That's all I'm saying. Nah. That's why it bugs me more than it bugs you. Because in my perception, they're the same, general area. They're definitely the same.
Not in
the same city.
No.
Yeah.
Someone else making a dinner, and so you saying it's yours is totally different than taking a website and saying it's yours. Taking a song and saying
it is different, but it's not that far away.
Yeah, it's far.
I don't think it's as far as you're trying to say it is.
No,
That's all I'm saying.
It's a world of difference.
No, I think the world's a lot smaller than the distance is not that far.
Let's say
Okay.
the person I'm buying it from.
All right.
You met the person I'm buying these ube blondies from.
Right.
Let's say she just gave me the recipe
Uh-huh.
and I made it straight just like the recipe.
Right.
You know, and I serve it and said, "This is mine."
Yeah.
Are you okay with that?
You made it.
Exactly.
If you made it,
she gave me the recipe down to the ounces.
I'd be happy to say I made it.
Yeah.
But if someone pressed me and said, "Oh, did you come up with the recipe yourself?" I would say no. I got the recipe from so and so.
Okay.
So I don't know what I mean. We both agree on that. Then.
Well, see, I'm saying it's the exact same recipe if I make it or if she makes it.
Right.
So if she makes it, it's impressive. If I make it, I'm.
You think someone else's recipe?
Yeah. It's the same thing though. It's the same meal. Right.
Yeah.
So if she made it and I brought it,
okay,
to me it's no problem.
So, okay, I don't know if I'm even going to use this as an example, but if back in the day when the Colonel's recipe was like secret,
yes,
and if you got the recipe and you made your own chicken, and someone was complimenting you on the chicken,
okay,
would you say that was wrong? Well, I already know what you're going to say. You'd be like, you know, of course it's not wrong because it's like, you know. Like, oh my gosh, you're a great chef. You came up with this recipe. Would it be wrong? I know what you're gonna say, but would it be wrong?
No.
Okay, that's just where we differ. That's all I'm saying. I mean, we're not gonna convince me. I'm not gonna convince you either.
As soon as the internet was open to me back in the 90s, one of the first thing I looked for was how do I make what was it? I wanted to make some like secret recipe. It wasn't the KFC. I could care less about making fried chicken.
Yeah,
I know there was some recipe out there I wanted to make, and that was like one of the first things I ever looked for on the internet was how to make something. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I have I have a big binder full of secret recipes.
Okay.
That that I stole off the internet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think it's okay.
Okay. I mean, I don't. That's just our perception of it. Not really gonna. We're not gonna change each other.
I know. And I just want the audience to know where we're at with this.
I feel totally fine if people think I'm a goody and people think you're.
Yeah. Well, you think it's wrong for someone to present someone else's meal as their own, and I say do it, everybody.
Okay.
Well, everybody buy your lumpias from your nanais, from the nanais that make it great, and bring it to your work and say you did it yourself.
I mean,
make Filipinos
in my
proud.
family. We actually buy lumpia from frozen lumpia from other people that make it.
Yeah, some nanai, someone's making it.
And when people ask, where'd you get it? Like, oh, we ordered it from her, and we cooked it ourselves.
So if a white person asked you at your work, said, where did you get it?
I'd say I ordered it from this person and cooked it.
Yeah, I'm like, I made it, secret recipe.
Okay, I mean that's our difference. An approach to it.
And then to me,
you're what?
I'm helping the Filipino people because now white people are thinking, "Ooh, all Filipinos can make great lumpia," or all of.
Why do we care what they think? When do we want them all to think like, "Hey, all Asians"?
Because we want white people to think Filipinos are awesome.
All Asians can do martial arts. All Asians can
cook lumpia.
Okay. Sure. I don't know. I don't know.
I think all Chinese people can make great General Tso's chicken, and I sure know that there's only like 2 people that can. All the Chinese people get it from the same place I get it from,
right?
Even though we know that's an American dish.
Yeah, Americanized Chinese. Yeah,
there's a whole Netflix documentary on it.
Yeah,
I watched an hour and a half documentary on the history of General Tso chicken. And they still don't know who made it.
Yeah, there was a big. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, there was a big debate about who's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's on Netflix.
Sure.
I'm just saying. All my white co-workers think I can make good Filipino food.
Okay.
I can make great lumpia. I make good pancit. And you know, pancit takes forever to cook.
Yeah.
I'm not wasting my time to cook something.
I've cooked it, and yeah, it takes. It's like a process, and it's a preparation, all that crap.
And I've seen other Filipinos and my work do the same thing.
Take credit.
Yes.
Okay.
Like they would bring lumpia, and then everyone says, "Oh, this person makes great lumpia."
Mm-hmm.
And I know exactly where they bought that lumpia from.
You can tell by how it's done.
I know where they got it from, and I don't go to that person and say, "Yo, I know you stole that from somewhere. Or, I know you got that from somewhere." I'll be like, I give them a high five and like, "Yo, you know what to do, my brother. You know what to do."
I wouldn't call him out on it either, but I wouldn't give him a high five either.
I do.
All right.
Yes, my Filipino brother. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Keep it going. Every Filipino can make great lumpia.
Yep, that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to make the white people think that we are all lumpia rollers.
Is that the same as like when you say all Asians that make straight A's?
Yes.
Okay.
We want them all to think we do, even though I can't make. I don't.
All right. Okay.
Everyone knows I wasn't. Although I did decent.
Yeah.
But it was all a sham.
I'm still thinking of better luck tomorrow. That's what pops in my head. We had this discussion about Roger Ebert talking about, what was it? No, another critic said something about something because they were showing that all Asians were not.
The one critic said, "Yo, why are you making a movie about Asians, showing Asians in a bad light?
Yeah,
as criminals and all that."
Right.
Yeah.
And then Roger Ebert was like,
"They can make any movie they want."
Right. And and it's also showing that we're all three-dimensional, rounded people that actually have the whole spectrum.
Yeah, he's saying you don't make them stereotypes. Don't make a stereotypical movie.
We are not the model minority per se. So whatever. I don't know if the whole lumpia thing plays into the model minority, but it's an idea. I don't know. Whatever.
I think when it comes to food, there's different rules. Unspoken rules. There are different unspoken rules.
I'm actually curious what most people think. Maybe, it's you and I.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say you and I and all other people. That's a song. But
I would like to think you're in the minority. I think more people would agree with me. I think more people would agree with me thinking it's okay to bring your Filipino food that you bought from someone else and present it as your own.
Okay.
And you would say no, credit the creator.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm really curious what people think. So if people want to give us some feedback, let us know. Because there's one difference in my thinking. Okay.
One difference in my thinking.
Too.
Yes. If someone creates their own twist on something, like let's say someone makes a I don't know, like a lechon sandwich or something that's not your typical meal, or let's say they make a I don't know, a lumpia with stuffed I don't know, turkey. I'm sure there's turkey lumpia.
Yeah,
or something. I know. But I'm just saying that
I know what you're saying. Something unique.
Yeah, something that they made like their own, like this is like a restaurant that only makes something.
Right.
Yeah. Like let's for example.
Okay.
There is a restaurant down the street from here.
Mm-hmm.
Then I've shown you my pictures where they make a hot wing stuffed with pancit. They stuff pancit in the hot wing,
which is a good idea.
Which is their idea. I don't know if it's a good idea, but I like it.
Okay.
It's out there though.
Yeah.
and
makes sense to me.
It's crazy. I wouldn't take that. I wouldn't buy that from them and bring it somewhere and say I did it.
Okay.
Because that is basically like that is something totally no one ever does.
Mm-hmm.
No one. I don't know if anyone's ever done it, but
yeah.
But
okay,
that is different. Now, lumpia, just straight up lumpia or pancit or whatever.
Like a pancit lumpia.
I mean, I'm just saying, you straight up foods. That's different,
Okay.
To me, but it's like a special creation, and that's like like a chef's dessert or something. Like if a chef made cheesecake, that's one thing. But if they made cheesecake du jour that had like flames coming out of it, and you can't, that's to me that's different. If they put their own spin on something, I'm saying you can't take that as your own.
Okay.
But if it's something regular,
so if someone copies that Ponset wing,
yeah,
and then someone else copies them, and
Yeah.
someone else copies them, if it's copied by enough people, then it's okay for you to start saying it's yours.
yes, when it becomes a a common thing, I guess.
So
Like General Tso's chicken.
the first person to copy it's wrong.
Yes,
Second person to copy it,
they're also wrong. When the 100th person is okay.
there's an actual number.
Yeah. And like I said, it is the General Tso's chicken problem. Like we said, there's like two people who were fighting about who made it. And then, but basically, if the store down the street makes it, are you complaining that they're using, OG recipe or whatever? No, you don't know because it's so widespread now. Even though there's two people fighting the saying, "Hey, I made General Tso chicken."
Right. I guess I'm using.
And I'm at the point where I don't care who made it; it's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean they're trying to get credit that they deserve, but they lost out on their chance.
There's a whole. I was thinking of a Star Trek: The Next Generation, actually movie, Insurrection. There's a whole speech about when does it become wrong, and if you can look it up yourself because I'm not going to quote the whole thing.
I'm not.
Yeah,
look it up.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to other people. I know you're not going to look it up. What the hell? I know you're like I don't even. Why are you still talking about Star Trek?
Only you can bring Star Trek into a conversation about
Star Trek is about everything. It's about everything that's Star Trek. No, but anyway, there's in Insurrection, there's a speech where they talk about when does it become wrong. Now you can. That's why I'm asking you when it became wrong.
Yeah.
So you can look up the movie if you care enough to do it, and there's a little speech about that. So just up to you. So there you go.
All right. Let's do a Tagalog word of the day.
Sure, this is a part of our podcast where we educate our listeners on the Filipino language. Neither Boogie nor I are actual native speakers of Filipino or Tagalog, so if we get some aspect of the word incorrect, like its pronunciation, usage, or some other nuance of its meaning, feel free to let us know because we value your feedback. But please keep in mind that we have said in the past, and we will continue to say, that we're not a knowledge-based podcast. We're just doing this for the fun of it, where we're giving you a little piece of the culture that maybe you could, use the word sometime if it comes up, or if someone else uses the word around you, you have an idea what they're talking about. Just something a little, something cool like that. But if we do something wrong, we want to hear about it, but be nice because we're sensitive people. So, Boogie, do you actually have a word? Or
not really.
Not really.
But let's use the word habang.
Habang?
Habang ang pantalones mo. Habang.
Okay, habang.
Habang ang buhok mo.
Okay.
Habang ang
I'm thinking some dirty stuff right
I know. That's why I'm like, I had to pause.
Yeah, you did all the nice ones, like the buhok and the pantalon.
Habang ang buhay mo.
Yeah, there you go. That's good.
So, habang.
And habang in English is long.
Long. Yeah.
And buhok was his hair, but anyway. So anyway, let's make habang our
Word of the day.
Habang.
Habang. All right. Are we good?
I think we are.
Well, if you're listening to this on Thanksgiving week or, whenever, happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, depending if you were later and watching it, listening to it or whatever.
And I just screwed up the browser on my laptop, and now I'm trying to fix it. I just did something I've never done before. I know.
Okay, but we're still recording, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay, I was make sure. I wasn't sure if we went off the rails and we have another lost episode or something.
We're good.
We're good? Oh, okay.
Make sure you visit our website, www.sini-gang.com.
Or email us at thesinigang@gmail.com.
Follow us on Twitter at The Sini-Gang.
Find us on Facebook on facebook.com/thesinigang. And look for our videos on YouTube. Do a search for our URL, www.sini-gang.com. And that should bring you to our videos. Please, if you happen to view one, please like, subscribe, comment, all that great stuff because we really appreciate it. So until next time, this is Sterno Supernova.
And this is l-boogy, the Elemental One, saying thanks for listening and
Sige na. We good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everyone. Thanks for watching. Tune in for next episode, and happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate it. Take care.